What is up, guys? Welcome back to another PSU Dark Souls Edition Ultimate Hell Mode Challenge with me, Bowjinjin Plays. So, I love this track, by the way. I only just realised that this track is playing. It's a track called Ukishima, and it's by Fumie Kumatani, which is who is one of the, you know, she's famous. She's done a lot of music for Sonic Team over the years. I don't think she's with Sega anymore, but this is one of her tracks. So anyway, we're about to ask. We're about to ask Chrome Dome how to use a floater, because that's what it's called. What do you want to know, kid? A basic operation. Oh, we actually have to do like a mini game type of thing. Okay, I'm game. So enter. Well, let me just find that on my controller here. I think this turning. Okay, it seems pretty Okay, thank you. You've been a great help. So I guess what we do is we hop on this bad boy and whoa. I don't fucking remember this shit. How do I go forwards? Oh, okay. That's not the button I was expecting. It's definitely not enter, that's for sure. Whoa, there's so much fucking... What? Oh my god, this handles like a fucking... This handles like a fucking... you know, like a fucking... I can't think of something right now because that's how poorly it handles. Mines? Who the fuck set mines? What? Wait, hold on. Where's my HP? Is my HP just my HP? Wow, this is this is some Wave Ray 64 shit right now. I mean, that's literally what I'm playing, right? Is Wave Ray 64? Oh, that's my HP at the bottom right. Let me see. I'm down to 16. I'm doing a great job. Where am I going? Now this is what is break? I don't know what's break. Let's see. I don't know what the break button is. Okay, I'm confused. Anyway, let's. Oh my god, this handles like a. This handles like a fucking travesty. Watch this shit get me now! Jeez, man, I remember Wave Ray 64 being like heaps more fun than this, right? Like there were like fucking like ramps and like buoys, right, or buoys. I think the British way of pronouncing it is boy, right? You know, and you could do sick tricks, and there were other contestants, and it actually handled properly, right? If I remember correctly, the GameCube sequel, what's it called? Wave Storm, Wave Race something Storm. That game was a lot harder. Wave Race 64 was not as hard as that game, because that game introduced. Like, you know, weather things and like but that game is a ton of fun though. That game is a ton of fun, but it was fucking hard, right? The handling was a lot harder in that game. Yeah. Okay, so that shit makes you go fast, because going fast is obviously the thing you would want to do in this kind of an environment, right? You know, you don't need finesse or like or care, right? You just need to go fast, right? You know, because that's the name of the game. Go fast and you won't be punished by stray mines or the topography, you know. If Sonic the Hedgehog has taught us anything, it is that going fast is how you beat the bad guys, you know. You want to beat the bad guys, just go fast, right? And if you're not beating the bad guys, then guess what? You're too slow. Yeah, let's go straight into that mine, because who gives a shit right now? Like, I'm having so much fucking fun right now, I have to say. You know, the music is really hype as well. You know, like I can hear the Wipeout slash you know, F-Zero vibes in this track. They really did a good job in emulating that feeling. Oh god, I just almost died. Yeah, I'm pressing every button, right? The circle button is what causes you to accelerate, but the square button, the triangle button, the X button, none of them fucking slow you down. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does that? No. Something slowed me down. Okay, you gotta go when you think you're gonna crash into it is when you need to go, right? So right now, yeah. Because if you try to like use any actual sense, then you will crash into it. I think that's how it's designed, right? Where am I going? Okay, let's see. So again, when I think I'm going to crash into it is when I want to go. So I guess there is some degree of skill in this, right? It's just, you know, let's not liken this to, like, let's say Super Mario 64 or even Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, right? Because that is not a fair comparison for those games. Yay. I really felt as though I was playing some kind of revamp of Wave Race 64 there. That was really fun. Let me just get my sarcastic Marmite so I can, you know, paste it all over my face. Yeah, alright. Too Fast, Too Furious. Wave Race Edition. Or Hovercraft Edition. Vin Diesel and his group of cohorts steal a thing in a submarine. They go into a submarine and they steal the bank of Atlantis. From here on out, we should be careful not to make a commotion. I mean, let's travel on foot. You're right. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter that we were like skimming across the water in like hovercrafts, right? You know, let's be fucking quiet from now on. Let's proceed with caution. Maiden, did you know Karen? I knew that I had a sister, but I thought she passed away. Maiden. It was so wonderful to discover she was alive. For these past 2 weeks, we've gotten along so well and have become very close. It's the first time I've had someone my own age to talk to. I've never felt so close to another person. Oh. She spoke very highly of you, Mr. Oh, did she? Oh, did she? Really? She said that although you can be rash... Guilty as charged. You're very reliable. Aww. That's how you do tsundere, right? You know, sure, it's another character telling you what she said, right? But it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm sure you have your own opinions. Who was watching this, right? You know, you might not agree with me, but from the first time we met, I sensed you had the strength to make a change. Well, I mean, I guess he's okay. Do you sense anything in me? Well, no, not so. You know, I'm sorry. Everyone, please call me Mireille. He got wrecked, bro! Stupid British floppy... Alright, Mireille. And I'm fine with Ethan. And, please call me Hugo. Alright, Ethan Hugo. Mireille. Father, what are you doing to her? Please, let's hurry. My sister needs our help. Yeah, let's go. Alright. Okay, let's dance. Let's make our way through this shit. I gotta put thingy back on. I don't freeze my values anymore because of what happened last time, right? You know, it's just a little inconvenience on my end. I have to type a few things every now and then, but at least my game doesn't freeze, you know? And I lose all of my progress. Yeah, these guys have range attacks, so I have to be careful. Ah! Ah! Man. I promise you, the viewer out there, that I'm not going to make any comments about the control scheme whatsoever. I'm going to completely swallow my pride, whatever pride I have, ha, as if I have fucking pride, playing this game. I'm joking. So yeah, I will be, you know what, I will be British, right? I will follow in Hugo's footsteps, and I will keep a stiff upper lip, right? You know, I'm keeping a very stiff upper lip right now. I'm actually tensing up my upper lip and it fucking hurts. I can't believe this is the advice they gave people in my country. But I'm going to keep a stiff upper lip and I'm not going to say anything derogatory or snide or critical about the game mechanics. This game is great. Joking aside, I wouldn't be playing this game if I didn't like it, okay? I'm making a very risky move, but it paid off, thankfully. Oh god, this guy, what the fuck? Centaurs confirmed? Centaurs die? Centaurs extinct? Or endangered species confirmed? A group of teenagers was seen last tearing through a stretch of marshland, taking out centaurs. We must find these youths and punish them, for they know not the gravity of their actions. Endangered species are an important symbol of heritage for our country. Oh god. Oh god! Onore! These fucking worms. I've had enough of these fucking worms. Or should I say, these motherfucking worms. On these motherfucking planes, am I right? Ha! Planes spelled P-L-A-I-N-S as opposed to N-E-S. I have to do this shit again? Okay, fuck it. You know what? I'm just going to plow my way through this. Right, I'm just going to imagine this, what I'm doing right now, as the same kind of riding that I would engage with a member of the opposite sex, and I'm going to plow my way through it. Bowjinjin Plays, home of family-friendly entertainment since 2000 and never. Haha. I'm already lost. Well, you know what they say about having your mind in the gutter. First of all, it causes lag because your Flux is activating, right? For those of you who don't know, Flux is a neat little program that will literally save your eyes and improve your sleep quality, right? So it's a program that basically turns down the blue light levels in your monitors at a certain time, right? And like it does it automatically, right? And it has earlier times for winter, which is why it's happening right now. At the time of recording, it's not even 4 PM, right? But are you serious? How fucking big is that blast like fucking detection radius? Anyway, yeah, but when it activates for some reason, it like causes everything, particularly games, right, to lag to shit, right? So that's what was going on there, right? But yeah, what was I saying? I went all the way back to the fucking beginning. I forget what I was saying, so I'm going to shut up. I completely lost my train of thought because look at Ethan, he's so funny. He rocks the side. He's like, yeah, man, Disco Inferno, riding on the wave race, yeah, beating all the competition. I can't tap up and down to do a handstand on my wave race pod, but it doesn't matter 'cause I'm having fun, traveling at 30 miles an hour. That's just about the speed limit on a minor road in the UK. Oh man, this is gonna hit me. So gonna hit me. Yeah, it's because I have to hit I have to hit money. When you collect money, that's another tip for you youngsters out there who don't know the ways of the world just yet, right? You want to know how to beat bad guys? You gotta go fast. How do you go fast? You collect money, right? So the next time that someone owes you money, go over to their house with a baseball bat, hammer a nail through it, and take their money, right? And that will help you go fast, which will in turn make you effective against the bad guys, right? Which is what you want. But I guess if you brutalize one of your friends or acquaintances, or even a complete stranger, and rob them of their money, I guess that technically makes you a bad guy. So I guess the moral of the story is that if you want to beat the bad guys, you got to beat up on yourself. You know, because you're the bad guy. You know. Bowjinjin plays 2017, almost 2018, the premier site for the most enlightened life advice. And I quote, if you want to beat the bad guys, then you gotta go fast, and also beat yourself up, because you're the bad guy. Trademark. Okay, well I have 16 HP, so one more bad touch and I'm done for, right? So I gotta avoid a bad touch, right? That's actually really solid advice for all of you young whippersnappers out there, right? If ever you're on the receiving end of a bad touch, then you know you want to get out of there, right? You don't want to stay there. You know if anyone administers the touch of the bad, right? Then you see, that's what happens, right? You explode in a I'll admit a spectacular, kind of pillar of fire, but there's only the slight problem that you will not be alive anymore after it, right? So for all of you who like are thinking, maybe I want to be touched in a bad way, I want to see what this bad touch shit is all about, right? I'm just warning you, right? In the same way that adults warn kids not to ingest drugs, right? Stay away from hypodermic needles that you don't know where they've been, right? And you're not sitting in a nurse's office, right? In the same way that they warn you of that shit, right? I'm warning you of, I'm just saying, right? Curiosity killed the cat. And in this case, bad touch traumatized the kid for life. But yeah, I don't even really understand the whole bad touch thing. Like, I'm guessing it just means if someone sexually harasses you, right? But I never really understand that. Maybe I need to do more digging, right? I just kind of caught it, as you do, right? If you're an avid consumer of internet media, then you'll probably have heard these memes flying to and fro from whoever you follow, right? And that's the case for me, right? So I don't actually know what it means. All I do know that I played through Valhalla, right? And Jill, the protagonist in that game, found it somewhat funny, right? She found it really funny. So I'm guessing maybe it's really funny, or at least the developers of that game seem to think so. Like Team Stuka Ban. But okay, so I gotta go where I don't think it is gonna be, except okay, Bo. All right, you are proving time and time again that there's a reason why parents get kids to that exploded and I didn't take damage. Woohoo! To join the scouts, right? Because they don't turn out to be fucking basket cases like I am being right now. I really lament the fact that I wasn't taken to scouts and learned how to read a map and take directions and that kind of thing. But it's neither here or there. Ethan doesn't seem to care. He's just breathing in that air. Where am I going? Okay, I actually need to focus on the map now, right? Stop like rambling and focus on where you're going. Let me check the area map actually. Yeah, I guess that's where I'm supposed to go, right? It's not where I started, I hope. So yeah. What the fuck? Let me turn around and see what this says. Okay, cool. Oh god, this is so bad. I mean, this is pretty bad. Like, I said I wasn't going to criticize the control scheme for this game, but like, I won't say anything about the main gameplay because, you know, it's not perfect, right? And I'll leave it at that. But at least it's what was going to sell the game, right? The whole reason why anyone would buy this game is because it has like the kind of like patented like PSO like gameplay, or like Fantasy Star gameplay, right? The 3D Fantasy Star gameplay that people loved in PSO, right? So, you know, so they obviously made something that, you know, they had to make it good, right? But like this section, I don't know, man. Like, I feel that I guess it suffers the same kind of issues as Sonic Adventure, in that, like, you know, Sonic Adventure was okay, right? Because they did, even the sections that weren't the main game, like, you know, the developers worked hard on that shit, right? They did make them decent, right? But I feel that in this game, like, they just kind of slapped a few mini games in there, right? But they didn't necessarily have to. But I mean, again, like, I'm being an asshole, like, I'm being like the typical person who's like ranting about this game. This game's cool, right? I don't mind that section was weird and not the most interesting. It's like, to me, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have more stuff in games, as long as it's not like I'm gonna check if there's a save point this time. Can I go backwards? No, I can't. So I'm pretty fucked. Yeah, I really can't afford to go back again. So I think I'm just gonna one-hit kill my way through this shit and keep my HP at this level. Just until I get to a save point, because I really don't want to restart, right? That, like I mentioned, right? That's like the biggest. That's like the biggest. The biggest kind of like most unfortunate thing, like in this playthrough, is that, like, it's not like PSO, right? PSO, you die, you go back to Pioneer 2. But in this, if you die, then, you know, then like it's really costly because you have to go back to a save point, you know. And I'm trying to, like, because the thing is, I never really played this game online, right? But I'm trying to remember if it was different in yeah, if it was different in I love that. I actually really like that skill. It's cool. If it was different in multiplayer, because obviously they needed to do something akin to the PSO system, where like you return to a hub, because otherwise, like, you know, if everyone dies, right, what happens? Right? Although no, actually, okay, no, I think I remember, because in this game, it's not like PSO where like you kind of have free reign in the world, right? Because PSO, like, you have a choice between playing it with missions. You know, you can do side missions, or you can do the main thing, or you can just go through the. Really, like, the main campaign is the free roam aspect, right? So like it feels very, very free roamy, because you can just go through levels and keep clearing them, right? This game is slightly different in the sense that like there is no main campaign, right? There is no like main set of levels that you go through like in PSO. Like in PSO you go through forest, then you go through caves, then mines, then ruins, right? At least in episode 1. But in this game you don't have that. You have to do a mission, right? And so like I'm guessing that like if you die, you just die, right? And if the whole party dies, then you fail the mission or something like that. Because that's what happens when you play this game solo, like when you do side missions. These fuckers, I hate these guys, man. I think they're probably the most annoying enemy for me. On par with the Omagook thing, right? The thing that flies around, that's like takes forever to fucking kill. It's not necessarily a hard or interesting boss, it just takes a fucking forever to kill, right? Sorry, what did I say? I'm not going to be negative, right? I'm going to try to be positive. As much as possible, right? Because and praise the game for what's good, what it does well, right? So the music, like I mentioned, this track, I love this track. Kumatani Fumine-san, like she is, I love her. She's one of my composing idols. But you can kind of tell, I guess, right, that like. Looking at this area, right, it kind of looks like something from Sonic Adventure 2 and also Sonic Heroes, right? There's a level in Sonic Heroes like this, the level with the frogs, right, and the lily pads that go up and down, right? Yeah, that's like that's like pretty much the same fucking ambience as this, right? The same. And in Sonic Adventure 2, like Green Forest, Green Forest and and White Jungle, right? From White Jungle more so, like Shadow's version of that level. It's really fuck you, man. Falcon. That's literally Falcon Punch. I want to do it some more. But yeah. So you can tell that like the same like a big, at least the main people who worked on this are probably the same people across all of those games, right? You know, this is like, I would say, I don't know what era to call this, right? I've made a lot of commentary over the course of this series on Sonic Team and their kind of history, right? So obviously like there's the golden era, I guess you could say, where like, or the vintage era where like, you know, like you had the Mega Drive stuff. Yeah, you know, the Mega Drive or the Genesis as it's known in the US, you know, CD and all that stuff, right? Basically like the 8-bit, 16-bit era. But then like there was the Saturn era where like there was a very, very fresh, I'm gonna put it back. There was a very fresh, like kind of a feel to Saturn, like to Sega, right? I think that was when, you know, it's like 3D gaming was a thing now, man, and like, you know, like there was so like the game industry was really booming at that point, right? Before that, it was like there was innovation, obviously, right? But like I feel that like there was an era like the 8-bit, 16-bit, like 2D era, where it was just a bunch of companies that kind of established themselves and just made games. But then like as the minute that like, I feel that the point in history that everything changed was when Sony PlayStation was released. When Sony PlayStation was released and people were like kind of like were like getting real hype over like 3D gaming and stuff like that, was when like the game industry really started to boom, right? It was like Sony and then Microsoft and like all of these game developers started to come out to kind of like get started up, right? And like, you know, and it was crazy, and like I feel that Saturn was that era was within that era for Sega, right? And like they really started to like do some crazy shit. Like they made like fighting games, they made racing games, they made arcade games. It was crazy, man. Where am I going? Down here. Yeah. And so there was the Saturn era, right? But like that era was very experimental for Sega. Like I feel that like even though they were very innovative in that area, like it was they like there wasn't really much direction like for the company, right? But when this Dreamcast came, like it was like a group of highly focused, highly skilled and talented group of people came together and was like, you know what, we have a very specific vision for Dreamcast, and we're gonna fucking knock that shit out of the park, right? You know, and Dreamcast is like pretty much everyone's favorite console, like whoever's played it anyway. You know, everyone has so many fond memories of the Dreamcast, right? Even though, like, maybe people, like, personally, I wouldn't say that the Dreamcast has my best great gaming moments, but it probably is my favorite console of all time, right? Followed closely by, it's between the N64 and the GameCube. The GameCube was a beast of a system, right? But like Dreamcast will always have a, maybe it's because I was such a Sonic fanboy at the time, right? It will always have a special place in my heart, right? Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? Randomly clicked off there. What was I talking about? Yeah, just so you know, and like the Dreamcast era, like kind of leaked into an era where the Dreamcast was basically coming to the end of its life, and like people still wanted to make stuff, right? Which is where, like, you know, this game, Phantasy Star Universe, finally a fucking safe one, okay. And like, you know, Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, oh god. Shadow the fucking Hedgehog, let's not even mention that game. You know, people still, you know, like I mentioned, like the people in Sega still wants to make good games, but like it was getting harder and harder, you know. Oh, it's this fucker again. Well, guess what, buddy? Oh god, he's not going to go down, is he? I'm going to have to dodge him one more time. And then shoot him. But yeah, I'm not bothering with him again, man. Like I mentioned, like he's a boss that I really don't much care for. Nice. Alright. Oh, Magog defeated. Your Majesty.
Mire! Mire! What happened to her?
She doesn't look too good.
Mire.
No, I'll be alright. It isn't the first time it's happened.
Mireille. I wonder where they derived that name from. I think Mireille,
Sure
like,
you're okay?
My sister and I, we're connected somehow.
the thing that comes to mind is Mirai,
connected?
which is future
Well,
in
we're
Japanese.
twins, so there's that
Or it could be
relationship.
Kide,
But we're also
which in Japanese
connected
means
by the
beautiful,
marks of
right?
light
And obviously
we
the Divine
both
Maiden's
have on our
beautiful, so
hands.
maybe it's like a
My
play on the
pain
words
is merely
between
a
those two words.
reflection of what she's probably feeling right now.
Very pretty name
Well,
nonetheless.
that's not good.
Quickly, there's not much time left.
Okay, so they are conjoined, right? So, right, is that what she said? I wasn't paying too much attention. Like, she said something like, "I'm connected
Your
to my
power
sister."
shall forge a new future for Garou.
Double saber. See, I could have gotten a cool item in that previous mission, and I fucked it up. I've got a fucking double saber now. Fucking A. Double saber was always a sick ass weapon. Wait, where the fuck? Oh, it's an item. It's double saber. Yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. Let's put this in here for now. And I gotta remember to change it out if I'm doing like a challenge. But the only thing is I don't have a double saber skill, which is a shame. Like I want the. I'm sure I can buy one, because the one that you can buy is the one that you spin through enemies. Like that's the one I'm gonna use, man. Seriously. Anyway, guys. Was there a save point back there? I think I'm gonna go back and quickly save it. Oh, I guess I can't. Never mind. So cool. When we come back, guys, we will continue on our quest to save my thick instructor, and hopefully at the end of it, will become more than just instructor and instructee, if you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, okay, you know, I'm being weird. Okay, I'm being weird. But the game is pushing that shit. Am I wrong, right? I mean, sure, there's a weird love triangle with this British guy in the middle, or like in as one of the vertexes, right? But like, he's a chump, man. He's British. He'll never outdo our hero, right? I can say that because I'm British. I'm joking. I'm joking. Not as if our nation is an underdog to a greater nation, right? Oh God. Okay. You know, being at risk of getting too political and offending people, I'm going to end this episode. So cool. Thank you as usual, guys, for watching this. And yeah, I will be back soon with some more PSU. So look forward to it. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Until then, stay healthy, stay cool, stay wise, and always go after your dreams. Follow your heart. So cool. Peace out, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.